Our reading for tonight is Psalm 18. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. The Lord is my rock and my fortress and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler and the horn of my salvation and my high tower. What wonderful phrases and praises right at the beginning. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised. So shall I be saved from mine enemies. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. The sorrows of hell compassed me about. The snares of death prevented me. And just as a reminder, prevented doesn't mean what we think it means in modern English. Prevented just means goes before me. So he says, the snares of death went before me. In my distress, I called upon the Lord and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. The Christian's first response, as we grow closer to the Lord, something that every Christian finds is that whenever distress comes or anxiety comes, your instincts will change. Instead of anger as the first response, or sadness as the first response, or trying to fix it as the first response, the maturing Christian they'll develop the first response of prayer. Like right away, you'll just kind of find yourself praying. There are times where like prayer became so second nature that I would go to sleep praying and I'd wake up still praying. It's one of the strangest experiences, but it's also wonderful. It's like, wow, was I talking to my Father in my sleep? Because how is my prayer continuing when I'm waking up just to like go pee, right? So it's a very wonderful experience. So the stronger your prayer life is, the more you'll simply find yourself in prayer. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. By the way, starting with that verse, all the way down to 15, so this is 7 through 15, this is prophetic of the plagues that are soon to come. So I'll start that verse again. Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly. Yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. He made darkness his secret place. His pavilion round about him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies. At the brightness that was before him, his thick clouds passed, hailstones and coals of fire. The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited them. Discomfited just means discomfort. Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. So just to confirm, the word discomfited comes from the Hebrew hamam, which can also mean to destroy or consume. So to discomfit, yeah, they're discomforted because they're being consumed and destroyed. And with a great noise too. He sent from above, he took me. He drew me out of many waters. He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me because he delighted in me. The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness. According to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful. With an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure. And with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. Which those two verses are simply making the point that you reap what you sow. If you show yourself merciful to others, the Lord will be merciful to you. If you show yourself as greedy and selfish, he will take all your greediness and selfishness. And like in Proverbs where it says, I think it's Proverbs, like you dig a pit, you fall in it. The person who rolls a rock uphill, it'll come down upon the top of his head. Right? You reap what you sow. And remember when we went through the plague studies? I mean, the entire reason for the 7 plagues is that, hey, they wanted darkness, they didn't want my light. There you go, plague 5. You get all the darkness you want. They love to shed blood, therefore they can have all the blood they can ever drink. They love to worship on... They like to walk away from the Lord's Sabbath and worship the sun according to the pagans. Well, then the sun burns them with a great heat. Right? It's all reaping what you sow. The plagues display that perfectly. For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks. For thou wilt light my candle. The Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leaped over a wall. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. So if you want the protection of God, you have to show your faithfulness and your trust in him. Then yes, he'll protect you. For who is God save the Lord? Or who is a rock save our God? It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them. Neither did I turn again till they were consumed. How would this look in modern times, in these New Testament times? We're not actually chasing down people, right? I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them. Okay, so my enemies did not prevail against me. When we go to people, other unbelievers, their hate-filled comments and things like that, you overcome those enemies by not letting their words get to you, by standing for the truth. Like, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. So I didn't sway. I didn't waver from the truth that God has given until the very day that the unbelievers and the wicked are destroyed. So you hold your ground like Paul says, like a good soldier of Jesus Christ. No matter what the enemy flings at you, no matter what sort of harm they try to do, you stand your ground like a good soldier of Jesus Christ. So for David in his day, he absolutely, in a physical sense, chased after his enemies. Nobody was going to prevail against God's people, especially during his reign. And in Solomon's reign. Things fell apart with Solomon's sons. But for the faithful, they simply did not allow the enemies of God to consume them, but rather they were consumed by God. As an example, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Right? They were supposed to be literally consumed by the fire, but the fire consumed those who threw them in there. Daniel was supposed to be eaten by lions, but instead, those who threw him in there were consumed by the lions, because Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, and Daniel stood their ground in the truth, even at the cost of their own lives, which is exactly the character of Jesus. So when David says, I have pursued mine enemies and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed, that's how we live that out, by not letting anyone or anything sway us away from the Lord. And that includes family, that includes the risk of job loss, money loss, loss of all things on earth. It doesn't matter. I have wounded them that they were not able to rise. They are fallen under my feet. For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle. Thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind. I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. Which is prophecy. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. That's why we rely on him. He'll take care of them, don't worry. Don't let their words hurt you. Don't let their actions become bitterness and resentment within you. Just trust in him. He delivereth me from mine enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and showeth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed forevermore. Any questions or comments?
No.
All right. Well, praise the Lord. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for sharing.